Hello and welcome to the Fake Racers Podcast, episode number 22, our Las Vegas Roundup recap, as well as our Phoenix preview, and a whole lot more on this week's episode of the Fake Racers Podcast. Make sure if you haven't already, you subscribe to us on YouTube, you follow us on your podcast platform of preference, and hit the like button if you're on YouTube, because we know you're going to just love this episode. You're going to like it, that's for sure. So sit back, relax, listen to the beautiful conversations of Joe and Davey, and here they are. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fake Racers Podcast. As always, he's Davey Hazard. That's where you're supposed to go, and he's Joe Twansky. But
Oh, I was really focused on myself, and he's Joe Twansky.
Nothing new.
The guy.
Nothing new. Davey focused on himself.
Wow.
We're coming out. We're guns a-blazing tonight, Davey. Guns a-blazing. Very
Guns
sad
a-blazing.
my guy didn't win the race yesterday. You know, that's whatever.
It's what it is.
It is what it is. Michigan won the Big Ten, lost to Michigan State on Sunday. I'm not sad. I'm just disappointed. I'm actually really sad. But hey, you know, we won the Big Ten. Look at us, basketball school. Do you care? I don't think you care.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, let's get it started hot. Let's get it started in here. Kyle Larson wins at Las Vegas.
Yes, he did. Good win. It was a good win. A good, solid performance.
Dominant win.
Yeah.
Didn't expect it, especially with the way Jimmy Johnson was absolute garbage the last couple of years.
Uh-huh.
Want to take me up on that? I'm dangling. Folks at home, if you're listening to this, I'm dangling the carrot out in front of him. I'm trying to get him to snap early on in this one. I'm trying to. Come on, Davey. You know you want to take it. You know you want to say something.
I'll just say that the 48 car has been in a state of improvement since 2018. And last year, Jimmy Johnson had the speed to win multiple races and didn't get it done, ultimately due to various driver errors or bad luck or what have you. And I think this is a culmination of that 48 team improving as a team all together.
And a driver.
Getting a young driver in who is really, is still kind of a sponge, still really young. He's going to keep learning. Cliff Daniels is a fantastic crew chief. So happy for Cliff Daniels. He was great with Jimmy last year. It is what it is.
Of course.
I'm not going to take the bait any more than I just did.
Ryan, I owe you a couple bucks.
Did Ryan tell you to say that?
No, but I was telling him last night I was going to set you up. I was going to try to set you up.
No, Ryan owes you a couple bucks.
Yeah, probably.
Because he's so happy that just happened.
No, but it's impressive for Larson to win so early, I think. I mean, I think a lot of us thought, he's going to be good at Bristol. And I'm sure there'll be some extra confidence going in. I think that's a lot of it, right? I think it's confidence. I think he's more confident than he's ever been going to the racetrack. You know, I mean, I think running all those dirt races last year for obviously the terrible thing said.
Also, no, hold on. I'm gonna take it because we briefly spoke about this, and I think we both agree, and I don't think it's really too far-fetched to say, that Kyle Larson's redemption from that, just taking the words off of a tweet and the words that we were saying earlier. I mean, it started off the racetrack. Talking about Kyle Larson's redemption now that he's won a race, or after he got signed with Hendrick, excuse me. That's not what it's about. That's not what any of this is about. Larson's redemption.
We'll talk about him too.
Yeah, Larson's redemption started off the track. It didn't start this weekend. Didn't start when he got signed with Hendrick. It started off the track when he did, what he was doing. He did his efforts, and he made an improvement, and he grew. I hope, and that was his redemption. I just wanted to say that because I feel like it was really off-putting that some of the drivers were like, oh, it's really great to see him bounce back from last year. It's like, well, that's not like that wasn't the point. No one ever said he wasn't a good driver. It has nothing to do with his driving. So just putting that out there really quickly.
Yeah, we were talking about it before because we've kind of tried to stay away from it a little bit, just because I think it was that was the only thing to talk about for a whole month there last year for people that do stuff like we do on the old YouTubes. But Larson's redemption comes off the track because what he did was off the track. If it was something where like he wrecks a guy on track or like Kyle Busch Ron Hornaday incident, Redemption
hurts
would
a
have to,
guy or whatever.
yeah, that would have to come on the track. What this is though, it's proof that Hendrick, in the end, has made a good signing,
Mhm.
right? I mean, there's stories coming out, and you've seen them, and I think you were the one that showed them to me actually. But Hendrick Ally, when they wanted to fill the 48, really didn't want Larson. Hendrick said, "No, we're going to sign Larson no matter what, because he's available, and we wanted him." So that's why, kind of Bowman was moved over to the 48 and whatnot.
Yeah.
What, Larson doesn't have sponsorship because, again, this is still he still has to prove something, right? It's great, all the stuff he did last year, and I'm sure that he's still doing a lot of good stuff. He seems like a guy that likes to be away from social media and stuff, which is, I think, I always think that's good, right? I don't want to see you doing, all this charity work
Posting
all the
about
time.
it.
Yeah. Noah
It becomes very
Gragson.
informative very quickly,
Yeah.
even if it's not meant to be that way.
But this kind of, let's segue into it because this is the next little bullet point. Hendrick rebuild, is it over? I mean, William Byron now won last week, and it was forever. What's wrong with the 24? What's wrong with Byron? What's wrong with that fourth Hendrick car, which was the 5 before Byron got into it? Bowman obviously has been really strong. He's just kind of, him and Ryan Blaney seem to have the same, like, they can't figure out how to finish these races off when they have really good cars. Yeah. Bowman had the big scare, obviously, with and Alfredo almost. That was, oh man,
flat tire
don't pit from the 4th lane. I get it. You were heat of the moment, probably reaction, but don't pit from the 4th lane. I don't care if you're Quinn Houff, Alex Bowman, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott. Don't pit from the 4th lane.
At the end of the day, people really downplayed how dumb that was.
Yeah. Well,
you can say he had a tire all day long. He has the whole racetrack ahead of him. And he could have gone straight up the racetrack and it went fine.
Probably would have brought a caution out though too. So maybe
probably would have brought out a caution, but I mean, he could have freaking killed somebody. I mean, good lord, he almost cleaned out Anthony Alfredo.
Yeah. I didn't like how people were trying to blame that on Alfredo too. Like, oh, he didn't lift.
Don't get it.
How is he? We've seen with this NA18 whatever package that can't lift, and when you're committed to that bottom like that, because you make that commitment in turn 4, you don't expect the guy. Whatever, not the point. Hendrick rebuild. Or go ahead if you got one more thing, and then Hendrick rebuild. We gotta keep on track.
That was good. That was a good little segue to that. That was appropriate.
Yeah. The Hendrick rebuild's over, right? It's over.
Rebuild, I'm convinced at this point. I think things have swung back in Hendrick's direction this season. It looks like. I mean, who knows? Who knows? It's a long season. There's a lot of racing, a lot of new tracks, a lot of new things. But really strong this season so far. Obviously, probably should have 3 wins on the season with Chase Elliott winning the Daytona Road Course. That just didn't pan out. But yeah, I'm.
Well, and they were all good on the road course too. Like Larson was up there at the road course and I think he got punted, didn't he? Coming back onto the oval. I feel or he wheel hopped, or it was one of the two. But I know it was that corner.
Into the tires, yeah. Regardless, I'm starting to be convinced about Hendrick that they are.
They're back.
They're the real deal. They're the real deal this year.
Run, hide your kids, hide your NASCAR race win trophies. Opposite.
On the opposite end of that. Wow, look at that!
Look at that! Look at you!
Dude,
look at you!
I was doing the thing. Jeez.
Opposite end of the spectrum, Stewart Haas Racing really struggled. I look at Briscoe, and I think Briscoe's he's kind of struggled. It seems like at the start of this year. I've kind of thrown him out when I say this. Custer maybe even a little too because it's like a really big track position thing. Almirola had the failure in the race, but Harvick started on pole, and by lap 10 he was back into the mid-teens.
Yeah, that was not a good showing for the 4 car.
No, and they weren't very good last week either.
Yeah. Which is surprising from a team that really used to kind of was a threat, even as recently as last year was a threat in the mile and a half, and I thought was decently good at Vegas. But I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, I think Harvick and Childers seem like they come in with those cars really trimmed out at the mile and a halves. And I think it was probably a little too trimmed out for the start of the race. then he was complaining about it being tight. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't, looked at CFD or whatever for it to
Yeah.
really understand.
I
But
haven't called up SHR to get a good look and get some good notes. Yeah.
yeah, I haven't made those contacts, but um, yeah, I'm worried. I mean, it was weird seeing all 4 of them battling for 20th.
Yeah.
That was not something I expected. Penske was really good. Gibbs also really good. What's wrong with SHR? I think to answer the question that I posed is we don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's fair. Only 4 races into the year.
Yeah, and plus, you never know. It could be 2 young drivers who aren't really experienced and
haven't had practice.
Haven't had practice. Chase Briscoe is in a car that he probably doesn't even like the driving. He probably doesn't even recognize what to do. He doesn't know he probably doesn't even know how a good Cup car feels right now.
Yeah.
So he's going to be out to lunch for a while. Custer probably kind of more or less the same deal.
Mm-hmm.
Almirola has never really impressed me personally, but you never know. There's a reason teams keep him around. Maybe it's money. Maybe there's something to it.
Hey, bacon sells, man.
Bacon sells, and honestly, Harvick is the main surprise. Harvick's the one that stands out as usually the performer every week, and just didn't have it. Killed my fantasy team too. It was depressing.
I think it's just, and we saw this last year. I think it's just if the guys that really miss on the setup off the truck, they're bad.
Yep.
So Joe Gibbs turns it around though after really struggling last week at Homestead. Same with Penske. Penske more so, in my opinion, because all their cars, including the 21, were up there. Which I feel so bad for Matty D because they didn't take left sides because the gun broke.
Only the left front.
Yeah.
Was old because the left side or the front tire changer's gun broke right before they were able to get the left side off, so they weren't able to they had 3 new tires and 1 tire on 90 with 90 laps on it.
Yeah.
Not good.
Not good. Not a good situation, but they were running really well. I think, and that's a rate. He finished second there both times last year, so I think they probably were looking for a little more than what they got, but kind of a stop the bleeding race for the 21 team. And a stop the bleeding race for the 18. Kyle Busch, too.
Oh, my goodness.
Really needed a good finish because it's just bad luck. And then, last week just not unloading good. Again, it's that Kyle Busch is a guy, too, that just sticks out as a guy that's really struggled the last year and a half. Now it seems like, and I truly believe, and I know this is a belief of a lot of people, that it's no practice.
Yeah.
I really did.
Kyle Busch is really good at helping dial the car, and he really knows what he wants his car to feel like, and he knows how to achieve that. And that's why you see him when we did have practice and cars spun out a little more often, he was always spinning out in practice or scraping the wall because he was really pushing the limit to really see what the car would do, where he needed it. And that was something that really benefits him. And not having it has shown to be tough for him. He only had the 1 win last season, and I agree with you though.
Yeah, I had 3 days to figure out what changes to make to the car.
Yeah,
because that was that Wednesday Texas. But yeah, so that's our Cup stuff. I guess got through that pretty good. We're making good time. Moving on to Xfinity. I had to listen to this one on the radio, or so, and it was so. I know. Well, I was watching it on my phone too. I was at my brother's basketball game, so I was watching it on my phone, and then I listened to the radio because I can't look at something while I'm moving in the car without getting a headache. AJ Allmendinger wins. Emmerich second again. There's 2 questions I pose here. And I mean, you can talk about Allmendinger winning because I know you're probably really happy, and I think everyone's happy that AJ won because we all like AJ. Which, man, if 2012 Daytona July doesn't happen, just imagine AJ Allmendinger in that 22 car.
Yeah, imagine, oh my God, growing with that 22 the way Logano did. Imagine the success he would have. Because he never really had an outright decent Cup ride, right? He had
that was
JTG and Yeah, the Red Bull cars.
Yeah. But
You know.
what does this say about Colleague's investment in Dinger? Because like he talked about it too in his interview. I was hired first full time to help improve the team, not to drive the car.
Yeah, yeah. It's fantastic investment. I think colleague as a team in general has just been firing on all cylinders like recently, and this tapping up Dinger to run full time, I think that's going to pay dividends by the end of the season. I really think he's going to have a good run at this championship.
I honestly, he's probably right there. Him and Cindric. And that's why it's fun to watch them like hate each other on these road courses, right? Because you know they're gonna end up probably battling for the championship if you had to pick two guys right now to make it there. But yeah, I
also want to give a shout out real quick to everyone who said that this season in the Xfinity Series it was going to be Austin Cindric's playground. Nah, no, it's not. It's not going to be that.
Yeah, haven't we had 4 different winners there too now?
Ooh, I think so.
Crazy.
Because it was, yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
It was Cindric, Gibbs, then Myatt Snyder.
Yep, Myatt Snyder.
Of course, you got his race win T-shirt coming in the mail, right? Of course. And now Mr. AJ Allmendinger, but yeah, I mean, a great investment. Colleague just is, it's cool to see them actually invest in the sport too. That's not like a big sports name or, you know, like Pitbull, Michael Jordan. They're cool to see invest in NASCAR, but when it's like someone that's kind of outside of like having billions and billions of dollars doing it, and you're really like investing in building a team the right way, too,
yeah,
you know, I think that's important. Let's just not say that those other guys aren't doing that with their investments in their teams, of course. I think it's just a little different. Daniel Hemrick finishes second, though. This is the big thing. Is he ever going to win a race, Davey? Am I ever going to get to see my guy Daniel Hemrick win?
I'd like to think so. He's been fast enough. I think he's going to get a win this season. I mean, he's seriously shown
he has to, right?
Good
like
speed, and he has to. Definitely has to.
Ty Gibbs is like, hey, buddy.
Nah, I think Daniel Hemrick will get a win this season. I think at this point, people are just asking that question because he just kind of hasn't yet.
Yeah.
But he's been fast. He's going to get one this season. I think pretty handily. I think it's a pretty easy bet to say he'll win at least one.
Yeah, I mean,
that equipment.
Man, it's just just want him to win one, man. Because I know if he wins one, he's gonna be able to win a bunch.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be that waterfall, and I think more so with him just because of all the second place runs. Like it just, I mean, and people, Daniel Hemrick in the Gibbs car. What are they thinking? No success. People forget that that car that Tyler Reddick won his second championship in was the car Daniel Hemrick was driving for the previous 2 years and had built that program from. They pretty much built that RCR car from scratch. It felt like. And remember, he went to 2 Final Fours without winning a race, and everyone that always says, "Oh, you have to win, this is dumb, you shouldn't just be win." He made it there on consistency 2 years in a row. So, just I like Daniel Hemrick, I guess is the moral of the story. Moving on.
Oh, well, actually,
you have one more thing?
Really quick.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you saw this, Joe, but I saw a tweet from Jeff Gluck. It was a link to a video from Ty Dillon talking about some of the difficulties of the last season or so, specifically recently with his performance at Vegas. He chalked it up to overdriving. But in this video, he goes really in depth on some of the things he's facing and how he's dealing with it, how he thinks he's expected to deal with it, and how he doesn't like that, and how he's going to try and change it, and really, really honest, and really came to terms with a lot. I think it's really important that if you are listening to this and you're giving us time, you should give that time as well. Jeff Gluck tweeted it. You can find it on his Twitter feed on March 8th.
It's Ty Dillon's. He's been doing a weekly series now.
But
for this year, it's his podcast. It's basically podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not long. It's like 15 minutes, but I listened to it right before I hopped on Discord actually to record this podcast. And I think it's really important that you give it a listen because a lot of people compare him to his brother, who they both get the silver spoon thing. But Austin Dillon is an accomplished race car driver, and Ty Dillon hasn't quite had the success Austin has had, and so I can already imagine how that makes him feel and the things that people are saying. Do your part and listen to that. I think it's important to get that perspective, and look at Ty Dillon for the guy, not just the race car driver, because I've earned a lot of respect for Ty Dillon last season and a half with just his personality and his mindset and how he's been handling himself with all the stuff that's been going on.
Oh, and
but that's the last thing I had.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, dude's been on a grind for this last year and a half now. I mean, whether it be the Germain car, and now kind of with this piece together schedule with Toyota, that wears on a person, right? And I mean, you can talk. There's a lot of good drivers out there. If that's something that you struggle with too, the big old D word, and getting through things like that. Yeah, if it's a good listen. Davey's right. It's a good listen, and if you have time for us, you should have time for that, because that is, again, if someone like Ty Dillon, successful race car driver, because again, he's a successful race car driver, no matter what people say, has problems, someone else around you can have them, or maybe maybe you do too. Yeah, be nice. Be nice. Be nice to other people. You don't know what's going on in their lives. And stop slandering the guy on Twitter, for Christ's sake. Shut up. God. Be nice. People just need to learn to be nice. Maybe they just need to learn to be nice.
I agree. You want to know what else we need to learn to be?
What?
Circle B.
Oh yeah. Are we go? Is that what we're doing next? You want to do that next?
I said it.
All right. Well, thanks, Davey, for making us go from a serious topic to us trying to sell some stuff. Circle B Diecast is your one-stop shop for everything NASCAR racing related. You can head over to circlebdiecast.com or use the link in our description to look at all the stuff they have on their website, whether it be racing-related t-shirts, hats. They have movie diecast or your favorite NASCAR and IndyCar diecast. Hey, look, Bristol's back. Or there. I guess he's there for the first time tonight.
It's no different. I mean, this is no different than just a quick ad read.
Yeah. Anyways, you can use code JTN at checkout for free shipping on your orders of $20 or more. And that's a great way to help support us actually when you use that code. So, we would love it if you did that and you chose to support us. Davey, I'm gonna let you start this week. What's your old pick?
Okay, so in celebration of International Women's Day, please support all the strong women in your life. They deserve it. Support them every day, but today especially, at the very least, give some acknowledgement. I have the 2020 Natalie Decker N29 Technologies 124 scale NASCAR diecast truck. Over there. Right there, I'm pointing at it. And that's the truck. Happy International Women's Day. Again, support the strong women in your life. I
don't know how to transition. I don't like.
I told Joe that was for. I did that for International Women's Day because I think it's important. And Joe was like, "What is shill?" What? What do you mean? Anyway,
I don't know what words mean. Davey subscribes to the, hey, let me tie some stuff in. But yes, support the strong women in your, because here's the thing. You don't often enough, though. We don't support each other in general.
Spitting. This man is spitting.
Spitting.
What you got, Joe?
Oh, I got the old. I don't have a Natalie Decker diecast or a Haley Deegan diecast or a Jennifer Jo Cobb diecast. I actually have Carson Host as far as to pre-order. It's 2021 Circle B diecast Las Vegas car. It looks really cool. They put the little Circle B diecast. It's over there. Circle B diecast logo on like the poker chips and stuff. I think it looks really cool. I like Carson Host far. He's from Michigan too, so I'm
surprised he didn't pick like a Burger King diecast or something.
Why would I? Can we talk about? We're going to talk about that because you brought it up. How? Wait, real quick. Let me finish this. Make sure to head over to circlebdiecast.com. Use code JTN at checkout for free
Please
shipping on your order of $20 or
Please
more.
do.
Davey's
Please
actually,
do.
anytime he swears, he has to buy a 164 diecast
I
from
was gonna
Circle
get
B.
into that eventually, but if I swear on the podcast and Joe has to bleep it out, I
That's
have to
one.
go on and spend at least
Right.
$20
Oh, wow.
for the JTN thing. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta use the JTN code.
So if Davey
Wait, have
can
I
do
cussed this
it,
episode?
no, you haven't. If Davey can do it, you can too.
Yes. So if you find yourself cussing throughout the day, make sure to go to circlebdiecast.com and use code JTN for orders over $20 for free shipping. Because you cussed,
Yeah.
so you got to go do it.
All right, you mentioned that Burger King thing, and I saw that this morning. I was like, "What are we thinking, Burger King?" If anyone doesn't know, they tweeted out "Women belong in the kitchen," and then decided to talk about, "Oh, well, this is what we're doing for women in our stores. We're, getting them into management roles. We're trying to diversify kitchens. Some number around 30% of professional chefs are women. All this." But the tweet that I saw was "Women belong in the kitchen," and internet culture definitely has a yeah.
Yeah, it's you can have the best intentions of the world in the world, and that can be nice and all, but that doesn't stop you from being stupid. And boy, oh boy, is that not a smart move to do. Man, oh man, that is not very smart. Not great. You baited a bunch of people into. Oh my gosh. Anyway, well, this. Yeah, you know.
Hey, I like it because I can learn how to make sure we don't make those mistakes on the JTN social media. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, something like NASCAR drivers deserve to die if they don't wear their Hans device.
Can you? That's so much worse though. Than that's like taking it like 20 levels too. Oh my goodness, Davey, stop it. Get some help.
Oh, okay. Moving on.
USORL. Yeah, use code JTN at circlebdiecast.com, please.
I gotta put that on one of my cars or something. Anyway,
help support
USORL
us.
and JTN.
Oh
it was
man,
a great
Daytona.
Race,
it was a great race.
Great race.
The Discord was popping after, not for a good reason, because there were a lot of people angry with that last lap wreck, of course.
We had some fights.
Yeah. It happens, right? I mean, you see tempers flare. It's just in, sim racing communities. It happens on a forum or Discord or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything we talked to you after the race a little bit?
Yeah. All I have to say about it is a lot of people probably think I'm really aggressive or that I'm really angry, and when I'm racing, sometimes I can be a little bit angry in the moment.
Were they mad at you?
And sometimes, well, one of them was. And then sometimes I can kind of be an aggressive race car driver if I feel like I have to be in that moment. But let me be very clear. There's been 2 incidents during a race, at the end of a race, where there's been a lot of arguing and yelling, and both of those incidents have involved me. And you want to know who did none of the yelling? Me.
Wow.
So I need all those people who think this of me, if they're listening, it's just stop. You guys stop, because I'm not doing it. I'm a nice guy right now. I could have yelled a lot. I could have yelled a lot. All I said was one thing when I was spinning down the back stretch, and then I shut up. I don't deserve this. This is slander. I've been a good boy.
Is it slander or libel?
I don't know. I feel like libel sounds too much like library, so I'm not saying that. Anyway, great Daytona race.
Yeah.
Last 10 race.
Go check it out.
Go
check it out. JTN.
It was a great race. I led a bunch of laps. I was really happy with my race. I ran a really good race. Me and Cam Barnes hooked up on the outside and just kind of got caught up in some incidents. And
it happens.
Unfortunately, that ended our night. We finished 10th. But, it is what it is.
Finish of the race shouldn't make it you vote yes on a random poll, so it shouldn't determine how you view it.
Shouldn't make you vote no.
That too.
Anyway.
We had a race last night too, and you got tight in front of me, and I thought I was going to kill you and run to the back of you, and then I lost all my track position. You were not happy. I was way too what?
Happy. I was way too apologetic.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with you. The setup was getting really tight, so I just had to I was easing up in the middle of the corner.
Here's what happened. I was running in second. Davey was in third. Davey got it. I kind of, made a mistake, let Davey get by, and then got back in line because this track you couldn't. It was a Las Vegas track that you had to run like the middle timeline, and if you got out of that, you were toast because your tires were toasted. We're not going to get into any of that.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, point of the story, I let Davey by, and I mean I had been struggling with tight, and all of a sudden the car wasn't as bad when I was behind him, but then all of a sudden Davey's just not all over, but like you just different. You were letting off it all different because you're trying to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I still finished second in the Dash for Cash last night, so I got some money, and you finished third, so that's okay.
Yeah, I quit at the end of the race because we got a yellow for debris and the fuel mileage wasn't working out for me.
I'm pretty sure the yellow was on the guy that ended up getting first in the Dash for Cash blowing a tire, but he said it wasn't. So
that's kind of lame.
I
was really proud of at one point in my race where I went from like 33rd to 13th or something like that in like 10 laps or whatever. That was pretty cool. That was fun.
I was really proud that I ran in the top 3 like most race. So
you're in a good race. Race.
Didn't get the finish we wanted. SRX unveiled their new car today.
Joe.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the car?
I haven't really looked at it too much.
What?
Well, it looks just like the pictures. I mean, it's not like they just unveiled, hey, look, we have a prototype. Like, okay, cool.
This is a fair point, I guess. Yeah,
I wanted to leave. Sit back. Let me just stretch a little bit. Hi, JTN merch. No. Podcast listeners are so confused most of the time.
Yeah, it's okay. They'll be all right.
Or Spotify. Yeah, we do. I like it. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a good race car. I like the wing on the back. I think that's cool.
I think it looks sick. I showed my dad, and he was like, that looks like a race car.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. It looks like a freaking race car. I love the aggressive front end, the long front end, really reminiscent of like a late model or like a pro stock or something like that. The straight sides, big wing on the back, like the really square quarter panels. Like it just looks like a race car. It just looks aggressive and mean. And it looks like it's gonna put on a show. Like that car looks fun. I really hope it is as fun as it looks. I hope it puts on good racing.
I think it will. Let's remember, this car has to be built for what? Short tracks and dirt tracks?
Yeah.
So it's probably not going to be it'll probably be fun for the drivers, but in a way that like they actually have to wheel it around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it looks like you can drive it across the lawn. As Dale Jr. put it.
Make Dale Jr. the NASCAR czar. Someone said that, and I was like,
I agree.
I've been like thinking that for years now. He actually cares about the sport. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I think it's a good looking race car. I'm excited to see how the broadcasting goes on CBS with it. That's what I'm more intrigued by.
Yeah, I wonder who's gonna be in the booth. Like, I wonder, like, that's a really big part of stuff like this. Is you need a good booth.
I would hope they could get someone like an Alan Bestwick or even if they got like Mike Joy to come do it somehow from Fox, which I don't think they'll be able to do.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't be able to get Mike Joy from Fox.
Someone that has some credibility calling motorsport. Like I don't want like Jim Nance. I don't want like one of their basketball guys. I don't want college basketball guys. I don't want that. I want a racing guy, a racing racing lead anchor, and then 2 racing color commentators. I don't care who they are. You get DW up there. I like DW. I know people maybe don't like him. I think he'd be great for like 6-7 races. I think that'd be perfect.
Alan Bestwick would be fantastic. I know it's not going to happen because of Fox, but Mike Joy in that booth with the drivers that are going to be racing. Oh my gosh, it would be so good. It'd be
Mike Joy is just always so good. He even got sassy last week, which was great. We're not going to talk about it, but if you're not following Mike Joy for whatever reason, I don't know what you're doing. Mike Joy's my hero. iRacing has a new build. I don't know if you really even want to talk about that. I have no idea what's going on. I just kind of put that there. Bring back dynamic.
I think I may be able to talk about it, but
bring back dynamic tracks. That's all I gotta say there, right?
True. Bro.
We're kind of like cranking through this one. We're only at 33 minutes. It's gonna be a short episode, but I am a-okay with that at this
We've
rate.
done pretty well though. We've fit
We're
some
moving.
content in.
We skipped some stuff, but that's okay. That's okay. So we're gonna move on to Phoenix. Phoenix.
Phoenix.
So first 750 horsepower, small spoiler, short track. You know, the road courses I think the road courses you have to throw out, right?
Yeah.
Chase Elliott, I think would be a good pick, especially with Hendrick being so quick.
I'm gonna is that your pick?
That's not my pick because that's lame.
Ooh.
If I pick the guy that won there last, I think my opinion. I think it's lame to pick the guy that just won.
I agree. So for our little pick'ems, no one got any right last week, huh?
No, but I think I beat you in most of them. So.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, anyway, we're gonna gloss over that one.
No, let's talk about Phoenix just a little bit. Traction compound will obviously be laid in 3 and 4, even though I think it doesn't do a lot, and 1 and 2 I don't think it does a lot. It makes it a single groove racetrack. It just groove, right?
Yeah, basically.
Hey, let's fix racetracks by not fixing them and giving them championship. Nah, I'm just kidding. Phoenix is a good track. Just the car. We're getting a new car next year.
I can't wait. It's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, and then it's gonna suck for the first year, and people are gonna diss it so hard, like the Gen 6 car.
Yeah.
Oh, the first race wasn't like 2006. Well, shut up. Learn how engineering works, for Christ's sake.
What's your Xfinity pick? Who you got?
Davey's trying to get me to keep moving. Well, you know what I'm looking at in the Xfinity race? I want to see if Cindric can regain some momentum.
He won't.
All right? I think he will. I think he will. Again, he won the last time they were there, championship. Yeah. You don't give him enough credit. You don't give the guy enough credit for being a good race car driver. You just like to go, ooh, he makes smooth brain moves. Get over it. Davey, you make smooth brain moves too, sometimes.
Yeah, when? You talk.
Hate you so much. Ooh, pick something random. I'm sure I could find some if I was really nitpicking. But I like you, Davey, so I wouldn't do that because that's mean. And you shouldn't be mean to people in general.
That's cool.
What a jerk this Davey Hazard guy is. Not even wearing JTN merch this week. What a jerk.
Because I've worn it like a million weeks when you haven't. Shut up.
Yeah, but I am JTN.
Wow.
I'm the embodiment. It's literally my name. What am I supposed to...
What are you doing, my name?
Justin Allgaier, Brandon Jones are going to be really good. Ty Gibbs is returning after winning the Daytona Road Course for his first oval event. That's probably... I'm going to take Brandon Jones. He won this race last year. I don't know if that... But,
well, you know what I think, Joe.
Yeah.
Because I thought maybe this would be a good pick, and it turns out I was right that it's a good pick. Finished second to Brandon Jones in this race last year, and finished sixth in the finale. Harrison Burton is who I got. I got Harrison Burton coming out on top this week.
So now you've picked Harrison Burton 2 weeks in a row.
Correct.
How's that looking for you?
Looking great.
Hey, I like the confident.
I like me.
That's good. Should. You're a great guy.
Oh, man.
No sass. No sass from old Johto.
Are you good? You having a good time? What you doing?
Yeah, I dropped my pen, so I was trying to pick it up.
Yeah? Okay. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey, you're doing a good job out there, kiddo.
Hey, thanks, man. Cup race.
Yeah.
Can Chase Elliott get out of the choke mode that he seems to be stuck back into for the start this year? Is that fair? I think that's fair.
That's fair. He should have won the road course and got funnied.
I
Whether he
mean,
did it himself or not.
maybe don't dump Corey LaJoie when you're trying to go back up the field because he gave you a minor inconvenience.
Man, spitting.
Hey, always am. Chase Elliott fans, come at me. Actually, please don't, because you guys are really annoying.
Rabid.
Oh my goodness, worse than Kyle Busch fans. Never thought I'd say that. Anyways.
Oh man.
I like the Chase Elliott fans in my life. I just don't like all of the ones on Twitter. How about that?
This is probably a fair assessment that most people would agree with.
Davey adding something to the... Or did I put that there? I don't even remember. Oh, there he goes. Now he's adding stuff. Chase Elliott's got to get out of choke mode, obviously. Who takes the first short track win this year?
First, let's calm down calling it a short track.
Who takes the first mile track win this year? Who takes the first 750 horsepower small spoiler win this year? How about that? Is that better? Because Darlington's going to have this package, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
So is Nashville.
You know what? We're gonna since I went with a similar pick, I'm gonna rock the boat with this one. I'm gonna change it up. Really throw a curveball at you. I think I'm gonna pick Chase Briscoe.
Okay, that's cool. It takes my guy that I was gonna pick, but that's okay.
Really?
No. Dude, my problem with Briscoe is his crew chief. I really don't think they should have broke him and Rich Boswell up. Who's his crew chief in Xfinity.
Boswell's just a place where there's aliens, so.
No, but seriously, I don't think they should have broke him up. I mean, look at Riley's really struggling down there. I mean, we didn't talk about it, but Riley Herbst is struggling with wrecking again. And most of the time, it's not his fault, right? It's not like it's his fault. I mean, like a lot of the wrecks last year, it was him piling in or, getting dumped by Noah Gragson. But, Noah's a great guy. No, just get off Twitter. Just learn when to get off Twitter, man. Turn the phone off. Okay. I know you're doing your job, but don't be doing interviews while you're driving. That's probably a first good step. Didn't like that. Anyways, I'm going on tangent.
He's just young.
Yeah. But I
mean, among other things, but young is definitely one of them.
Briscoe's thing is, I don't think they should have broke him up with his crew chief. I don't think Johnny Klausmeyer's the crew chief there, and I mean Boyer really has struggled the last couple of years in that 14 car, and I know we've probably put that on Boyer, but now to kind of start this year with the way these cars are unloading, and I think Chase Briscoe's a better driver than Clint Boyer is at the end of Clint Boyer's career and at the beginning, or at the at this part of Chase Briscoe's career.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I figured they'd be running at least a little bit better than what they were last year, but it's running worse, if not the same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with, and I hate making this pick, Joey Logano.
Ooh, wow. That must stink for you. Stinky.
It does, but I'm trying to make sure I don't pick the same guys twice. So I figure I'll just get it out of the way here instead of picking him at like Talladega or Daytona, where he'll probably wreck the field to win, and I'll be annoyed that I picked him.
Oh, if we were trying to do a thing like that, I wouldn't have picked Harrison Burton.
Well, do you want to? You can change it.
I already picked. What do you mean? I already picked. It's locked in stone.
Well, I guess I can always cross it out. This pen crosses out okay too.
No, it's made in you can't change it. It's done and dusted.
It's done and dusted. Just like half the population of the world.
Whoa.
Oh, is that a spoiler?
I rewatched Endgame.
Yeah.
This weekend and Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, were they good?
Oh my god, I love those movies.
You watched all WandaVision too, right?
Yep, finished WandaVision.
That's a good show. You gotta watch it.
Spoiler it. Did you finish it, Joe?
Oh yeah, I watched it. Like literally, I woke up every Friday morning and watched it. That was the first thing I did. Yeah.
Dude.
I tried the first week. I was trying to stay up for it because I was like, "Oh, this will be cool. I'll stay up for something." And then I realized it was midnight Pacific and not midnight Eastern, and I was like, "I'm not staying up till 3. Can't do it." But really good show. They did a really good job. I'm excited for
Recommend
the Falcon Winter Soldier series because it'll be completely different.
Yes.
And I like that with all these superhero comic book movies, they've been able to kind of like go through different genres with them. This WandaVision show is probably more sci-fi type stuff,
Mhm.
where this Falcon Winter Soldier show will probably be more like spy action thriller.
Action,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I'm excited, man, and I'm excited for the Loki show later this year. It's later this year, right?
yeah, I
The
think that
Loki
one will
one.
probably be more like a comedy, right?
Oh my
My
god, I'm so
assumption.
excited.
But
Freaking love Loki.
yeah, I guess that wraps up our show. We're a comedy. Myself
We're a
and Davey
comedy.
Hasser.
We're a joke. Wait.
I'm a Joe Oak.
So thank you for listening to the
Yes,
podcast.
thank you for listening to the podcast. Thanks for watching, all the support you guys are giving us. We're almost to 500 subscribers here on YouTube. We're really pushing, and if you can continue to share either the videos, these videos, live race broadcasts, whatever they be, my diecast reviews that I'm starting to do, which I spend a lot of time on, and I really appreciate it if you watched them.
Can you please watch your diecast review?
Please watch my diecast reviews. Look at the puppy in the background. Look at him. He is out. That means it's time to go. But go over to the JTN merch store too. Help support us. You can buy Fake Racers podcast merch. That helps Davey.
That helps me.
Yeah.
Buy the merch. Buy the merch.
So if you like Davey, you should buy the merch.
Don't.
If you like me, you can
don't.
buy the merch too. But you can buy all the merch on the JTN merch store. If you like me, it doesn't matter what you buy.
But give it a shot. Buy the merch. I'm not wearing it right now because I've worn it a bunch. I need to wash it.
Because he got that hoodie. Because that hoodie is pretty sick.
Henderson Motorsports. I guarantee you, no fan has this hoodie.
Big
I'm a big Park Kligerman fan, so I'm just excited. That's nice.
Yeah. But we appreciate you guys as always listening, watching, however you may be doing it. If you're listening on a podcast platform, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, make sure you follow or whatever their system of making sure you get notifications anytime we upload these podcasts. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video. That's always a big help, as well as making sure that you're subscribed. Again, the biggest way to help support JTN, and it's free, is to subscribe. Subscribe, because that helps us with the old algorithms. But yeah, Davey, that's all I got. Where can they find out more from you?
They can find out more from me on my Twitter at Davey Hazard, on my Instagram at D7H5, and on my Twitch at D7H5 with an ER at the end.
And of course, all of those will be linked in the YouTube video description for you to find. So,
make sure to tune into my Twitch this weekend because JTN won't be at the Daytona Road Course. They packed up and left already. So I'm going to be streaming from my car.
Not my fault, man. League doesn't want me to be there.
That's fine.
They don't have confidence in you guys to do a good race.
And that's why JTN installed cameras in my car, and we're just going to run it.
Exactly. You know? Always.
Always.
You can even see his face during the race. So like, why wouldn't you want to do that?
Me, dude.
Hey, maybe we'll get old Team Twansky car number 2 down there. Probably not, but hey, you never know.
Hey, if you get it packed up right now, you might be able to make it down to Daytona.
Be able to make it down to Daytona. But guys, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening, watching, however you are keeping up with us. This has been our episode on Las Vegas post-race, Phoenix preview, and all the random news that's in between. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those stuff. Support us. Follow us on Twitter. Like our Facebook page. And we'll see you guys next time, Davey. Send them out, because I can't.
Goodbye. Good night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. However you did it. Appreciate you very much. Have a good one.